We begin now at the top of Daf Lamed Chesam and Beis Mesachas Brachas. This is Brachas Daf 38b. The Gemara just finished discussing that Rabbi Zera had heard that the son of Rav Zvid was an expert in brachas, and so when Rav Zvid came before Rabbi Zera, he made a bracha on bread, motzi lechem min haaretz. Now, the Gemara had just said that according to that everybody agrees that motzi is it means in past tense and it's a good bracha. The whole question, the whole machlokas is hamotzi. Is hamotzi, does it mean past tense and it would be good to make the bracha of hamotzi on bread or not? And so Rabbi Zera now criticizes the son of Rav Zvid and says, look, if you would have said hamotzi, it would have been good for the following reason: ashmeinan taima ve'ashmeinan dehilchas rabbanan. You would have taught us the reasoning. You would have taught us that hamotzi is a past tense, and you would have also taught us that the halacha follows the rabbanan. Ela da'amar motzi, but now that you said motzi, my kamashmal, you didn't teach us anything. Everyone knew that motzi was good. So here we have an expert in brachas, but he's not really teaching us anything when he had a chance to demonstrate. But the Gemara explains what the son of Rav Zvid's reasoning was. V'iyu da'avid lafuke nafshi mi pluksa. The son of Rav Zvid did this in order to take himself out of the machlokas. He knew there was a machlokas tanoim. He'd rather make a bracha that everybody agrees to. V'hilchasa, and the halacha is hamotzi lechem min haaretz. You make hamotzi with a hay. T'kaim alon k'rabbanan, because we hold like the rabbanan, the amri, that they say, the apik mashma, that it means that he took out in past tense, and therefore it is appropriate to say hamotzi as a bracha on bread. The Gemara now continues, two dots, v'al hayirokos omer v'chulu, talked about the bracha on Yerakos. So the Gemara says, Katani Yerakos dumya de pas. We have here in the same Mishnah both Yerakos vegetables, the bracha on vegetables is mentioned, and the bracha on bread, the bracha on pas. So the Gemara understands from this as follows: Ma pas shenishtan al yedei ha'or. Just like bread, we can be talking about bread which got changed through fire. Bread in general is baked. Af Yerakos nami shenishtan al yedei ha'or. So too, if you have vegetables which are changed through fire, in other words, they are cooked, the bracha would not change. The point of the Gemara here is that just like bread gets this bracha, and the fact that it is baked does not make a difference, the bracha is that bracha of hamotzi. So too, when it comes to Yerakos, if you were to cook the vegetables, the bracha would remain ha'adama. Amar Rav Noi Mishmei da Abaye. Rav Noi says in the name of Abaye, Zos Omeres, this shows Shalakos Mevarchin Alein Bori Pri Adama. The cooked vegetables, the bracha is Bori Pri Adama. The Gemara does use different terms for cooked vegetables. The term Shalakos simply means that it is a thoroughly cooked item. So thoroughly cooked vegetables, the bracha remains Bori Pri Adama. And again, that's learned out from the fact that Yerakos and Pas are mentioned together in the same Mishnah. The Gemara now continues, Darash Rav Chisda Mishum Rabbeinu Umanu Rav. Rav Chisda darshan in the name of our rabbi. Who is that? It is Rav. He said as follows: Shlakos mevarchan aleim borei pri adama. Shlakos, the thoroughly cooked vegetables, the brachas of borei pri adama. V'raboseinu hayardin me'eretz Yisrael, and our rabbis who came down from Eretz Yisrael, umanu, and who is that? It is Ula mishmei Rabbi Yochanan. Ula in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, Amar Shlakos mevarchan aleim shakol niyeh b'dvaro. So Ula says in the name of Rabbi Yochanan that the shlakos, the bracha on the cooked vegetables, is a shahakal. We will need to keep in mind for later that Ula here is quoting Rabbi Yochanan's opinion, as we're going to have a little bit of a discussion what Rabbi Yochanan really held regarding shlakos. Va'ani Omer, now it concludes, I personally, Rav Chisda, I hold kol shetchilaso borei pri adama shalko shakol niyeh b'dvaro. If originally the vegetable gets a borei pri adama, then when you cook it, the bracha changes to shakol. V'chol shetchilaso shakol niyeh b'dvaro, and any vegetable which initially gets a bracha of shakol, shalko borei pri adama, then the cooking changes it to a borei pri adama. The idea is that if it is originally a borei pri adama, that means that it's normally eaten raw. So then when you cook it, that changes it and it becomes shakol. If it's shakol raw, that means it's not something that's normally eaten in that fashion. Then after you cook it, that's the normal way to eat it. So then you make a borei pri adama. So that is kind of Rav Chisda's compromise here regarding shlakos, that it could actually be either bracha depending on the situation. So the Gemara now looks for examples of these cases where the cooking it either changes the bracha from borei pri adama to shakal or the reverse. Bishlama kol shetchilaso shakal niyeh b'dvaro shalko borei pri adama. I understand the scenario where it starts out as shahakal and then becomes borei pri adama. Mashkachas la bekarva v'silko kra. You could find it for the following vegetables: by carobs, by beets, and by gourds. Those are things that are normally cooked. They're normally eaten cooked, and therefore they start out as shahakal and then they become borei pri adama. Elakol shetchilaso borei pri adama. But what are the examples of vegetables which start out as borei pri adama, shalku shahakal, and then when you cook them, they become a shahakal? Hechi mashkachas la. What's the scenario? Amar Rav Nachman Yisrael mashkachas la betumi v'karti. You can have this case by garlic and leeks. Garlic and leeks are items which they originally start out as borei pri adama, and then when you cook them, they become shahakal. So Gemara now continues. Darish of Nachman Mishum Rabbeinu, or of Nachman Darshan in the name of Rabbeinu Manu Shmuel. Who is that? It is Shmuel. Shlakos Mavarchin Aleim Bor Pe'adama, and Shlakos you make a Bor Pe'adama, V'chavrenu Hayardim Eretz Yisrael, and our friends who came down from Eretz Yisrael, Umanu, who is that? Ula Mishmeid Rabbi Yochanan Amar, Shlakos Mavarchin Aleim Shakolni Abidvaro. He says again that in the Ula, in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, that Shlakos get a Shakol. Va'ani Omer, and I say, so now we're going to have a different version of the I say. This is Shmuel talk. This is Rav Nachman talking. I say b'machlokas shenuya, that it's actually machlokas. The Tanya, because we learned in a brayso, yotzin b'rakik hasharoi uvemevushal shaloni moach divrei Rabbi Meir. When it comes to the obligation of eating matzah on Pesach, if you have a wafer which is either soaked in water or it's cooked but it hasn't like melted away, it hasn't lost its form, you are yotzei the mitzvah of matzah. So you see, according to Rabbi Meir, that cooking the item doesn't make it lose its identity as matzah. Rabbi Yossi Omer Yotzim B'rakik Hashar Avalobim V'Voshel Afapi Shaloni Moach. Rabbi Yossi disagrees. He says even if it's soaked, it's okay, but if it's cooked, even if it hasn't lost its form, it is not good. It loses its identity as matzah, and therefore Rav Nachman wants to say that it's the same thing when it comes to vegetables. It would be the same machlokas. If you hold like Rabbi Meir that cooking the matzah doesn't change it, so too by vegetables it would still be a bar priyadama. If you hold like Rabbi Yossi that it does change it, so it would become a shahakal when you cook the vegetables. But the Gemara says veloi, it's not true. Tekuli al mashlakas mevarchan aleim bar priyadama. Really, it could be that everybody agrees that when it comes to cooked vegetables, you make a bar priyadama, it does not lose its identity. V'yad kan lo kamer Rabbi Yossi hasam ela mishum deba'inan tam matzah v'leka. Rabbi Yossi only said his halacha where if you cook the wafer, it is no good for matzah because there's a special requirement that it's required to taste like matzah. But over here, Afilu Rabbi Yossi Modi, even Rabbi Yossi would agree that there's no such requirement by making a bori priyadama, and even if you cook the vegetables, they would get the bracha of bori priyadama. Amar Rabbi Chia bar Abba, Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Now we have Rabbi Chia bar Abba quoting Rabbi Yochanan, Shalakos mevarchan aleim bori priyadama. And he says, unlike what Ula quoted in his name, he says that in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, Shalakos get a bori priyadama. Rabbi Binyamin bar Yefes, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, but Rabbi Binyamin bar Yefes said in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, Shalakos mevarchan aleim shahakol, that Shalakos get a shahakol, shakol ni'abidvaro, like Ula said in the name of Rabbi Yochanan. So Amar of Nachman bar Yitzchak, Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak now says, Kava Ula l'shvishtei k'Rav Binyamin bar Yefes. Ula, he established his mistake like Rabbi Binyamin bar Yefes. In other words, he heard Rabbi Binyamin bar Yefes' quote of Rabbi Yochanan. He mistakenly understood over time that was Rabbi Yochanan's opinion, but it actually was not. The true opinion of Rabbi Yochanan follows Rabbi Chia bar Abba's tradition, which is that it is a bar priyadama. Tehi bar Rabbi Zera. Rabbi Zera was astounded at this machlokus about what Rabbi Yochanan said. He said, "V'chima inyan Rabbi Binyamin bar Yefes eitz Rabbi Chia bar Abba." What does Rabbi Binyamin bar Yefes have anything to do with arguing with Rabbi Chia bar Abba? He is not of the stature to be able to argue with Rabbi Chia bar Abba regarding what Rabbi Yochanan said, for several reasons. Rabbi Chia bar Abba dayik v'gamer shmaita min Rabbi Yochanan Rabbi. First of all, Rabbi Chia bar Abba was very medayik when he learned the sugya from Rabbi Yochanan. And Rabbi Binyamin bar Yefes lo dayik. He was not so. Rabbi Binyamin bar Yefes was not so exacting. Rabbi Chia bar Abba called tlos and yom mahader talmudei kamed Rabbi Yochanan Rabbi. Every 30 days, Rabbi Chia bar Abba went over the learning in front of Rabbi Yochanan. For Rabbi Binyamin bar Yefes lo mahader. Binyamin bar Yefes did not do such a thing. V'yod, and furthermore, bar mindin, besides for these reasons, dahu turmasa, there was a bean, the shalki le shva zimnin b'kedera, it was cooked 7 times in a kedera, v'achli le b'kinuach su'uda, and they were eating it as part of the meal, asu v'shalu le Rabbi Yochanan, and they went and they asked Rabbi Yochanan, v'amr, and he said to them, mevarchan aleh bori priyadama, you make a bracha of bori priyadama on this bean. V'yod, amr Rabbi Chia bar Abba, and furthermore, Rabbi Chia bar Abba said, ani ra'isi es Rabbi Yochanan, I saw Rabbi Yochanan sha'achal zayis meliach, that he ate a olive which was soaked in the salt water, ubarich olav tchila v'sof, and he made a bracha in the beginning and the end. And soaking it in the salt water is equivalent of cooking it essentially. So iyamr b'shlam shlakos b'malsayu kaimi b'tchila mevarich olav bar priya. It's levasof mevarich olav bracha achas men shalosh. If you're going to say that cooked vegetables they stay with the same bracha of bar priya, then in this case also with the zayis maliach he made a bracha in the beginning and the end, a bar priya, and he made an al ha'etz, the bracha achas men shalosh at the end. But if you're going to say that cooked vegetables do not stay with the same bracha, so bishlam b'tchila mevarich olav shakol ni'abidvara, then you could say that when it came to this Zayis Maliach, he made a shahakal in the beginning, Ela Levasof Ma'im Avarch. What do you mean he made a bracha at the end? There is no bracha achrona when you make a shahakal. Gemara says that's not really true. Dilma Bor Nefashos Rabos v'Chesronon Al Kol Ma'ashavor. Maybe he said a Bor Nefashos at the end. This follows things we've seen earlier in the earlier dafim, that Bor Nefashos, it's unclear if it's really always considered a real bracha achrona by the Gemara. So here also, in the beginning, the Gemara wasn't sure that Bor Nefashos would count as a bracha achrona. The Gemara says no, maybe that's what it means. When it says he made a bracha achrona, it means he made a Bor Nefashos. So that last item that he saw him meaning a Zayis Maliach is not really a proof one way or the other. So Meisav Rav Yitzchak Bar Shmuel Yerakos she'adam yotze ben yedei chavasa b'Pesach yotze b'henu v'klach shelahen. So Rav Yitzchak Bar Shmuel now is asking a question on this idea that on cooked items you make a borei pre'adama. So it says that when you have vegetables, which you're being yotze the mitzvah of Mor on Pesach, you're yotze with the vegetables and also with the stalk of the vegetables. Avalo kavushin v'lo shlukin v'lo mevushalin. But you're not yotze if you soak these things in water or if you cook them, either shlukin, thoroughly cooking them, or regular cooking them. You're not yotze with these vegetables the mitzvah of Mor. So the Gemara now asks, if you're going to say, like what we've been quoting now, Rabbi Chia Barab in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, that cooked vegetables retain their bracha bor pre'adama, so then, if that's the case, shlukin amaylo, why can't you have cooked vegetables or cooked maror? Why is that no good? It should remain as the same identity, and it should be considered marish b'yotze. Gemara says, Shani Hasam, it's different over there. There's a special requirement by mar, just like we said by matzah a little earlier on this Amud. There's a special requirement that it should taste like mar. When you cook it, it doesn't taste like mar. So that's why you're not yotze, even if you hold that the bracha remains a bar pre'adama. Amarle Rabbi Yirmiyah, Rabbi Zeira. Rabbi Yirmiyah said to Rabbi Zeira, Rabbi Yochanan hechem evarach al zayis maliach. So going back to what we said, that Rabbi Yochanan made a bracha on Zayis Maliach, how did he make a bracha at all? Kevan de Shekila legarine, since you take away the pit. And the Gemara will continue with this question on the next Amud on Daf Lamed Tes Amud Aleph.